Stay tuned because Good Sports is coming up next. Kansas City Sports and Fitness is the magazine for sports fans in KC. Inside, we cover local sports and local teams, from pro to peewee and everything in between. And this month's free copy of Kansas City Sports and Fitness includes the Surplus Exchange College Sports Report. You'll find Kansas City Sports and Fitness all over KC at places like the Kansas City Ice Center. And it's free, so pick one up today. Welcome to Good Sports, the Kansas City Sports and Fitness magazine show. Good Sports is presented by Kansas City Chiropractic. Dr. Lynn McIntosh and Kansas City Chiropractic offer the care that can relieve pain and stress and improve overall health. For an appointment, call them at 816-753-4600 or visit kansascitychiropractic.com. And by the Surplus Exchange. Take a tax donation credit plus help KC students when you recycle your electronics and office furniture at the Surplus Exchange. For more information, visit surplusexchange.org or call 816-472-0444.
This show was recorded live on Saturday, February 21st.
Welcome to Good Sports, the Kansas City Sports and Fitness Show. I'm Steve Fish. I'm the publisher of Kansas City Sports and Fitness magazine. Today we're here at Kansas City Chiropractic. Dr. Lynn McIntosh and the staff of Kansas City Chiropractic understand the high-pressure demands placed upon individuals in the workplace and the athletic demands people place on their bodies. They offer the care that can relieve pain and stress and improve overall health. Kansas City Chiropractic is located just west of the plaza at 4510 Bellevue. You can call them at 816-753-4600 or visit kansascitychiropractic.com. Now, before we get started with the show, I want to tell everyone that our current issue of Kansas City Sports and Fitness is available free at over 700 locations in KC. And with the March issue of KC Sports, we celebrate our 18th straight year covering sports in KC. Now, in our hockey report presented by the KC Ice Center, we discuss the final month. There will be ice on the outdoor pavilion at the Kansas City Ice Center, and then we cover the activities that are available there. And in our college sports report presented by the Surplus Exchange, we interview MU's Teki Gil-Caesar, KU's Frank Mason, and K-State's Wesley Awundu. Now, you can visit and interact with our new and improved website, kcsportspaper.com. You'll find a link to a list of locations where you can find KC Sports, and you can actually check out a PDF of the entire issue on our website as well. Now, I also want to mention that you can now get a free subscription to the digital version of Kansas City Sports and Fitness, and all you have to do is go to that new and improved website, kcsportspaper.com, and sign up where it says Join Our Fan Club. Then watch your email for the next issue of Kansas City Sports and Fitness. Now, I mentioned we're here at Kansas City Chiropractic. We're going to talk with Dr. Lynn McIntosh. She is a board-certified chiropractor licensed in Kansas and Missouri. And in addition to being licensed to provide general chiropractic care, Dr. McIntosh is a certified chiropractic sports physician. She works with athletes from multiple disciplines on specific sports-related problems. Welcome to the show, Dr. McIntosh. Thank you for hosting us.
Oh, thank you so much, Steve. And it is a great new website you have, and you've added so many things. It's just wonderful.
I'm really excited because it's mobile friendly. I mean, it's no
Yes.
big deal. Everybody's site is mobile friendly, but you can get the articles like the article that you've done that we're going to talk about here about heart health. You can view that very easily on your phone.
Mm-hmm.
This show will be up on the website that you can view as
Great.
well. You know, just kind of, it's a fun little project.
I thought it was
doing
a big improvement, and it's hard to keep up with all those things. So
Oh, yeah.
I really appreciate that you spend that energy and time.
Well, people can certainly go on to Facebook and like us at Kansas City Sports and Fitness magazine. You can find us there as well, and we'll send you feeds for the articles and things like that. So, and then this month, as I mentioned, is Heart Healthy Month in February, and your article asks our readers, what are you doing to keep your heart healthy? Let's start off with some background information
Sure.
on heart issues.
Well, actually, and also it's Go Red for Women is I think their month is this month.
Mm-hmm.
And so some of the things that we need to know are really how much more it affects women than men. We used to think of it just as a men's disease, but actually it affects women equally, and in fact they are more likely to die of a heart attack. The other thing is, there is one death per minute among women in the United States due to heart disease.
That's incredible.
Yeah, and a lot of the sad thing is still only 53% of women that were asked would call 911 if they thought they were having a heart attack. But speed, you receive treatment is the number one thing you need to do when you're having a heart attack. So calling 911 absolutely should be the number one thing to do. The other thing is women experience a heart attack differently than men.
Right.
And so let's go through a couple of symptoms just so that maybe someone will, because women often have it up to 6 weeks in advance. They'll have some warning signs.
Wow.
And so everyone thinks of the crushing chest pain, right? Just the crushing chest pain. And that is very typical in men, along with the pain down the left arm.
Right.
So for women, it may not be. Of course, that still is a symptom in lots of women, but it's not in all women. Sometimes it's a pain or discomfort in the chest lasting more than a few minutes. I mean, some people, for some different reasons, may have a quick pain that dissipates. That would not be it. But and also left arm pressure, but that is not the only thing. It can be back pain. It could be neck pain. It could be jaw pain. In women, you're going to get more lightheadedness, more dizziness, more sweating, fatigue. So this, kind of generalized fatigue, sweating, nauseous, a lot of abdominal things. A lot of women will think that it is just indigestion of some sort. And so, but if you're having this and then it's persisting and it's not normal for you, really you should get it checked out. And definitely if you do have severe pain, if you have that and you think it's possibly a heart attack, 911 is the absolute thing.
Right.
So, and this is not, it's so important because heart disease, the number one disease is the leading cause of death in women in every major developed country and all emerging economies. Right. And so more than the next 7 diseases put together.
And a lot of people think, on the female side, breast cancer. Breast cancer has so much
attention to it.
Yeah, attention. Good word. Yeah. And,
yes.
And
10 times more likely to die of heart disease.
Really?
10 times.
Wow.
Yeah. 10 to 1 versus not that breast cancer isn't exponentially important.
Right.
But heart disease at this time is a much greater killer of women. It is the number one death rate. And there are some very, very preventable things. And that's what we really need to focus on is smoking is the number one reason younger women have a heart attack.
Wow.
Number one reason. And so it is a huge risk factor. It's also a huge risk factor in stroke. And 55,000 more women die than men of stroke every single year.
Wow. That's amazing.
And that is the absolute number one reason. After that, we really have to be active. We really have to move. The Heart Association has come out with that, and there's several studies. This isn't one. This has been years of focus because, honestly, for the last 4 decades, the number has been going down. Right. But it's going the other way now. And we think a lot of that is related to obesity and lack of physical exercise. And also with obesity comes diabetes, which increases your risks. And so movement. It is the number one thing to change your risk is 30 minutes of moderate exercise per day with 15, and when I say every day, you can do that into 5 days a week at 30 minutes and 15 minutes of vigorous exercise where you really get the heart rate up.
Right.
That dilates the vessels. That makes everything move. That changes the entire stress of how hard does the heart have to pump. And so that's why that vigorous exercise is really what we call heart exercise. But don't let that take away from the fact that, yes, if you are sedentary and you start walking, even if you never get into that vigorous exercise, it will change how you respond. Right. Now, that is a moderate, the 30 minutes and 15 minutes 5 days a week changes your, it absolutely reduces your risk.
Right.
But we know also that for additional benefit, So there is another big change between 30 minutes and 60 minutes. So if you walk that whole hour, and the vigorous exercise up to 30 minutes for those 5 days a week, it does not have to be all at once.
Right.
It has to be more than 10 minutes at a time.
Okay.
So you have to have that heart rate up for about 10 minutes. You could split that up into 3 times a day, but you will get benefit even if you do it for 15 minutes a day as opposed to the 30 minutes. But there is absolute evidence that it gives you additional benefit with more exercise. Now, of course, what is that also doing for us? Well, it helps us either reduce or maintain our weight.
Right.
It helps us reduce the chance of diabetes for that same thing. So then when we talk about our diet, for all those same things, we need to reduce the amount of sugar, especially refined sugars. Now, fruit sugars, all these other kinds of sugars, are a little different.
Right.
But your overall processed food is just never going to be good. There's no reason to ever have trans fats. It is just, we know it is increasing the chance of heart disease, and there is no benefit. So, and that is, you'll see that on the label of trans fats. It's a manufactured fat. It's not even really natural. It occurs with a chemical change for preservatives and different things.
Right.
The obviously, you've heard fruits and vegetables. You've heard it. You've heard it. I don't even know what else to say. At least a cup of leafy green vegetables a day.
The darker the green, the better.
The darker, the better.
Yeah.
And that also goes with roughage. So fruits and vegetables as opposed to fruit. You can have, certainly vegetable juice is better. Fruit juice is great for a lot of nutrients, but it is not so great without the fiber. And the sugar can get really high really fast. Yeah. Even though it's a good sugar or a good nutrient-rich thing.
Sure.
It can just get too high. And so it makes it much harder then to maintain your calorie intake. It doesn't give you all the benefits of the fiber. Then you've got, obviously, if you are overweight, then the more you walk, the better that's going to be. But even if, let's say you're not, but you want to maintain, exercise is going to be your number one thing for that.
Sure.
Omega-3 fatty acids, so fish oil.
We'll talk about that. We're going to talk about some fun solutions for heart health as well as nutritional supplements and things like that in our next segment. But right now we're going to take a quick break. You're watching or listening to Good Sports, the Kansas City Sports and Fitness Magazine show. We're coming to you from Kansas City Chiropractic, located just west of the plaza at 4510 Bellevue. I'm Steve Fish. We'll be right back.
Come on out to the Kansas City Ice Center and skate on the outdoor ice pavilion or the indoor ice rink. And sign up now for Learn to Skate and Learn to Play hockey classes at the Kansas City Ice Center. The KC Ice Center is located 2 miles west of 435 on Johnson Drive. For more information on public skating times, to register for a class or schedule an upcoming party or group event, visit kcicecenter.com or call 913-441-3033.
With the current trend to live a greener lifestyle, many people and businesses now recycle their electronics. At the Surplus Exchange, your e-waste will never go to a landfill or incinerator, nor will we allow e-waste to be shipped overseas. Some companies employ this tactic and end up polluting other countries with our waste. All materials are safely tracked, destroyed, or reclaimed right here in the U.S. The Surplus Exchange is Kansas City's link between industry, charity, and the environment. To find out more, visit surplusexchange.org.
These days, we're all so busy and many of us ignore our health and let stress turn into chronic pain. Dr. Lynn McIntosh of Kansas City Chiropractic can provide you with the proper care to relieve pain and stress, improve your health, and get more out of life. And right now, new patients can get their initial consultation free. Mention KC Sports when you make your first appointment. For more information on Dr. McIntosh and Kansas City Chiropractic, call 816-753-4600 or visit kansascitychiropractic.com. Experience a touch of the Ozarks at Winterstone Golf Course in Independence. And right now, take advantage of off-season rates, $34 on weekdays and $42 on weekends. For tee times, visit winterstonegolf.com or call 816-257-5755. How could baseball experts predict a 90-loss season for the Royals? spring training is here. Are the Royals ready? Find that out and check out our hoops coverage in this month's KC Sports and Fitness magazine. Plus, we feature the Surplus Exchange College Sports Reports, the KC Ice Center Hockey Reports, the Youth Soccer Reports, and the U.S. Army Top Performers. You'll find Kansas City Sports and Fitness all over KC and online at our new improved website, kcsportspaper.com. And it's always free, so check it out today. Get a free subscription to the digital version of Kansas City Sports and Fitness magazine. Just sign up on our new and improved website, kcsportspaper.com. Then watch your email for the next issue of Kansas City Sports and Fitness.
Welcome back to Good Sports, the Kansas City Sports and Fitness Show, the show that complements Kansas City Sports and Fitness magazine. I am Steve Fish. Today we're here at Kansas City Chiropractic. Dr. Lynn McIntosh and the staff of Kansas City Chiropractic understand the high-pressure demands placed upon individuals in the workplace and the athletic demands people place on their bodies. They can offer the care that can relieve pain and stress and improve overall health. Kansas City Chiropractic is located just west of the plaza at 4510 Bellevue. You can call them at 816-753-4600 or visit kansascitychiropractic.com. Now, in our current issue of Kansas City Sports and Fitness, check out our U.S. Army High School top performers from Shawnee Mission Northwest and Raytown High. And in our Youth Soccer Report, we feature a story on Sporting Blue Valley, which is the largest youth soccer club in Kansas and in KC, and actually one of the largest in the country. You can pick up your copy of Kansas City Sports and Fitness at over 700 locations, including Eagles Landing Golf Course, both Minsky's on Berry Road, and the Kansas City Ice Center. Now, coming up in March, we will be back out at the Kansas City Ice Center, and the KC Ice Center is located 2 miles west of 435 on Johnson Drive. And if you have a business and you're interested in having us come out to do our show at your business location, call Good Sports at 913-764-2050. And now you can view Good Sports on YouTube. All you have to do is search for the Good Sports KC channel or visit our new and improved website, kcsportspaper.com. And I mentioned Kansas City Chiropractic. We're here at KC Chiropractic. We're talking with Dr. Lynn McIntosh. She's a certified chiropractic sports physician. She's a licensed in Kansas and Missouri, and one of the things, Dr. McIntosh, I read on your website is there aren't that many certified chiropractic sports phisians out there. I mean, it's a large number, but across the nation.
Yeah, it's about 4,500 nationwide, and so it's really exciting because you get to specialize, like I said, in sports, and you can be a certification for sideline docs, and so I've done some fun things with that. We've been sideline doc for a high school football and soccer team. We did things like did the sidelines for the seniors national tennis tournament. I've done some professional women's football, some just other events that, it makes it interesting. And, sometimes you have really minor injuries, and unfortunately, once in a while, we have a little bit bigger injury. So, yeah, we've seen a lot on the sideline. Some is you always expect cuts and bruises and sprains and strains, but we had a bicipital tendon tear at the seniors tennis tournament, which it's a sad thing for the person playing, but it basically the entire muscle rolls up like it is a shade on a blind.
Ow!
Yeah, it's a bad deal.
Ow!
Yeah, it's a bad deal.
Oh my! Well,
that's a surgery.
Yeah,
intervention
I
is
would
what
think
that
so.
is.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah, and we're actually taping 2 shows here today. We're going to talk about acupuncture in the second show, so people will be able to see that down the road. But that would be an appropriate athletic injuries to be a solution, and we'll talk about that a little bit more in another show. But right now we're going to talk about all the fun things that you can do to improve your heart health, and one of those things is a pretty sweet solution.
It is. It's chocolate, and now it has to be dark chocolate, and it has to be high in cocoa. Cocoa has a chemical that helps your blood move more easily. It helps with the dilation of the vessels. So but it's not really milk chocolate because that's a high in sugar, and so we're not really looking for the sugar component, and we're not looking for any additives. We're looking really for the cocoa content, and you'll see it on dark chocolate. I know certainly Christopher Elbow here in town has several bars that have the cocoa content, and you want it as high as possible. There's some that are 96 to 98%. Wow. Those become more bitter as you go up in that. And so, but anything above 76% is got some benefit. And so the higher you go, the better it is. So it's not all depressing. I know we were talking about fruits and vegetables and
I love
all
fruits
that.
and vegetables.
I
so,
do too. But it is, yes, you want to reduce your processed food, but so you get to have some fun things. You get to have chocolate. Alcohol has some benefit, and so now it's not as much as you want.
So first off, as far as chocolate goes,
yes.
You can't just have a stack of candy bars, though.
No, unfortunately, it's moderation.
Moderation for everything, really.
Really, it is. And so, but maybe a little bit every day is something to look forward to.
Make it a treat.
Absolutely.
Make it, whatever you're working on, if you exercise and use it as a motivational tool or something like that. Yeah, so,
that's right.
The other thing, as you started to mention, is alcohol.
And there's many studies on this, but so it's alcohol on its own, and it's alcohol and then red wine specifically. So red wine has a lot of different chemicals that truly help, and it's in basically the skin, right under the skin in the red wine, and that's how the difference between red wine and white wine is whether the skin of the grape is used, a redder grape as opposed to a white grape. And that has been the thing that you hear most often is red wine. Right. Now, it's not as much as you want. It is 4 ounces a day is the dosage, but there is also different studies that talk about either 4 ounces of wine, then 12 ounces of beer, or 1.5 ounces of any hard alcohol.
Okay.
And it is, again, they're not 100% sure. There's many theories, whether it's stress reduction, whether it is a true dilation of the vessel, if it is the increase in viscosity or reduction in viscosity of the blood. Lots of different theories, but overall it is not in moderation, moderation, not a detriment. Not a detriment, and in some cases it is definitely a benefit. Now, there are genetic tests that you can do, though, because it depends on your genotype, because not every single person will get the same benefit, and we do that testing in the office as well.
Tell us about that testing. What's the process that you go through?
It's a blood test, and we send it off to a company that then comes back with your cholesterol profile there is one specific genotype that it helps a whole lot, and then moderate, and then some not at all. So some people would not benefit from alcohol.
I see. Yeah.
Yeah.
But they probably will drink it anyway. But maybe.
I have no idea.
So you can't get the giant the giant glass and fill it up.
That glass that holds a whole bottle. That's really not the one. No.
Yeah. And one of the other things, we've only got about 2 minutes or so here. Sleep. Quality sleep is really important,
Absolutely.
Believe it or not, to heart health.
Healing happens. The theory is that healing happens at night on a cellular level. That the brain shuts down and resets, but the brain is what is sending signals to everything, including all chemicals, all hormone, definitely your sinus rhythms. You have different ones, but without that good solid sleep, you absolutely will increase your chances of most disease, but specifically heart disease. Stress being a number one contributor to heart disease, and without the proper sleep, your stress hormones are much, much higher. And we've seen that across the board. You won't lose weight without proper sleep. You won't, heart disease is less. All really major illnesses are affected by lack of sleep.
Yeah, so interesting. So we've got about a minute now. Let's recap. Smoking, especially if you're young.
Smoking is the number one reason for young women to have a heart attack.
Right.
Number one. And across the board, it is the number one contributor to heart disease, and that's not even lung cancer and all other lung diseases. But that is the number one thing. If you are a smoker, cessation would be the number one thing to change. And exercise is number two.
Right.
And that brings down all your bad numbers for everything. It increases all your good numbers. It is, we specifically can relate it to moderate exercise and vigorous exercise is both required on a 5 to 7 days a week, and the more you do, the better it is. Right. So for moderate help, 30 minutes of moderate and 15 of vigorous. For the additional benefit, it has to be an hour of moderate and 30 minutes of vigorous exercise. That can be split up. That's all 5 days a week.
Give us Kansas City Chiropractic's information.
KansasCityChiropractic.com. You can find us on Facebook. Our phone number is 816-753-4600. We're on the west side of the plaza. We'd love to see you.
Wonderful. Yeah, you can come into these beautiful offices and talk with Dr. McIntosh. That'll do it for our show today. Thanks to our guest and the host of the show, Dr. Lynn McIntosh from Kansas City Chiropractic. Be sure to join me, Steve Fish, again next week at the same time for Good Sports, the Kansas City Sports and Fitness Show. And check out some of our other shows on YouTube. All you have to do is search for the Good Sports KC channel. So until next week, be sure to read all about sports, health, and exercise in Kansas City Sports and Fitness magazine. You'll find it all over Kansas City, and it's free, so pick it up today.
Bring basketball fever to your own backyard or your driveway with your very own game court from Sport Court of Kansas City. Game courts can also be installed for volleyball, racket sports, soccer, tennis, or roller hockey. For more details, call Sport Court at 913-963-7529 or visit sportcourtkc.com. How could baseball experts predict a 90-loss season for the Royals? Spring training is here. Are the Royals ready? Find that out and check out our hoops coverage in this month's KC Sports and Fitness magazine. Plus, we feature the Surplus Exchange College Sports Reports, the KC Ice Center Hockey Reports, the Youth Soccer Reports, and the U.S. Army Top Performers. You'll find Kansas City Sports and Fitness all over KC and online at our new improved website, kcsportspaper.com. And it's always free, so check it out today. The Army Reserve has more than 120 unique career opportunities, so you can add to your current strengths or build brand new ones. Join the Army Reserve and you'll make a difference in your life and the lives of others. Learn more at goarmy.com/reserve. For more information, contact the Greater Kansas City Company at 3720 Arrowhead Drive, Suite B. Telephone number 816-531-3818. There's Strong, and then there's Army Strong, paid for by the U.S. Army. KC North Spine and Joint Center is the only full-body active release provider north of the river. For sports injuries, foot, shoulder, knee, or hip issues, call Dr. Hildebrand at KC North Spine and Joint Center at 816-584-0413 or visit kcnorthsjc.com. Interact with our new website. Visit kcsportspaper.com and you'll find more content, more photos, more videos, plus episodes of the Good Sports TV show, reader discussions, past articles and issues, contests, and more. And get a free digital subscription to KC Sports each month when you become a member of our kcsportspaper.com fan club. Sign up now at kcsportspaper.com. That's kcsportspaper.com. Experience a touch of the Ozarks at Winterstone Golf Course in Independence. And right now, take advantage of off-season rates, $34 on weekdays and $42 on weekends. For tee times, visit winterstonegolf.com or call 816-257-5755. Put your youth sports star on the cover of Kansas City Sports and Fitness magazine with a one-of-a-kind personalized poster featuring your youth athlete. It's a great gift for all players and coaches, too. For more details, contact KC Sports at 913-764-2050 and put your sports star on the cover of KC Sports magazine today. Kansas City Sports and Fitness is the magazine for sports fans in KC. Inside, we cover local sports and local teams, from pro to peewee and everything in between. And this month's free copy of Kansas City Sports and Fitness includes the Surplus Exchange College Sports Report. You'll find Kansas City Sports and Fitness all over KC at places like the Kansas City Ice Center. And it's free, so pick one up today. These days, we're all so busy and many of us ignore our health and let stress turn into chronic pain. Dr. Lynn McIntosh of Kansas City Chiropractic can provide you with the proper care to relieve pain and stress, improve your health, and get more out of life. And right now, new patients can get their initial consultation free. Mention KC Sports when you make your first appointment. For more information on Dr. McIntosh and Kansas City Chiropractic, call 816-753-4600 or visit kansascitychiropractic.com. Come on out to the Kansas City Ice Center and skate on the outdoor ice pavilion or the indoor ice rink. And sign up now for Learn to Skate and Learn to Play hockey classes at the Kansas City Ice Center. The KC Ice Center is located 2 miles west of 435 on Johnson Drive. For more information on public skating times, to register for a class or schedule an upcoming party or group event, visit kcicecenter.com or call 913-441-3033. Now you can view our shows and past shows on YouTube. Search for the Good Sports KC channel.